We're here in Cairns, Australia, conclusion of day one of racing at the Mountain Bike World Championships. Talking with Dan Proulx, head mountain bike coach for Team Canada. Dan, can you just talk to me, summarize a bit this first race, the team relay? Canada, bit of trouble at the start, but really good middle section, and fortunately just not fast enough at the end. So maybe you can just sort of take us through what the strategy was.
Well, the strategy first and foremost was to give each of the riders a chance to do a dress rehearsal on the course. Obviously, the best preparation for Worlds is to actually do stuff at speed, so that's our first and primary goal. Our second goal was actually to be top 8, and with the new format of 5 riders, we weren't really sure how that was going to play out. So now we know the level is top 10. We were also trying to get a first row start position for next year, because this event will actually count for Olympic points. But in terms of how the riders rode, we started off with Peter de Serra. He had a lot of traffic to contend with, so I don't think he was totally happy with how he got through that traffic. But again, strong ride and good prep for him. Raf had a really good ride and got us into I think it was top 5, I think, or 4, and after that it was Holden Jones, and Holden had the most amazing ride. He was so excited to represent Canada. He's been asking me for the last 2 weeks if he could do the race, and he just did a stellar job out there, really good. Catherine Pendrell was next, and she put 20 seconds into Yolanda Neff on that ride, so really good start to Worlds for her, and the speed and power are there, so that's very encouraging. Our last rider was Anjuli Tremblay, and we gave her the toughest job you could possibly imagine. She's on the line with only 1 minute lead, and she's got 8 or 10 of the best men in the world right behind her, and she just rode her heart out and rode with good courage. Manny Fumek from Germany came over after the race, and he had actually passed her on the shark's teeth, one of the most technical areas, and she actually moved into the line, and it was close. It was a little bit of rubbing and racing, but Manny's a good sport about it. He said it was close, but they both stayed upright, and she just wasn't backing down for anybody, including Manny, who's obviously a class act and stellar world-class rider. So overall, I think we're a little bit short on our objective goal, but I think process-wise, that was a phenomenal start to Worlds for each individual rider, and I think a pretty good indication of what's going to happen in their individual races.
Thanks, Dan. Can you just talk to me a little bit? Tomorrow we've got the junior men, junior women. Can you talk about Canada's goals and chances there?
Well, in the junior men, we have a pretty good shot there. We've got a rider, Gunnar Holmgren, who I believe was 15th last year. So we've got good experience there, and some young whippersnappers behind him aiming to do just as well. So I think it's a strong junior men's team, and we'll just wait to see. Some of them are first year, so that's always an unknown at a world championship. On the women's side, we have Roxanne Vermette looking really strong on this course, able to do all of the A-lines and all the features, and just a really good vibe within that junior women's program. Ian Hughes done a phenomenal job preparing all of those athletes for this competition.
Thanks very much, Dan, and we'll see what happens tomorrow with the individual races.
Okay, thanks for being here, Rob.